What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I'm going to take you through my best bets, as well as some leans that I'm liking in today's small slate. So buckle up, I've done the homework, let's hit these and stack these wins. Before we dive into the picks, let's do a quick recap on our last NBA video, and boy, did we start off the month right. We went 2-0 on the day, baby. Nice little sweep. Armin Thompson over 15.5 points and Sadiq Bey over 19.5 points, both cashing with ease. So that takes our total to 2.08 units profit for the season with a 55.88% win rate and a 2.85% ROI. If the pick's too good, Premium also does good. We had a 5.62 units profit for the day. If you want to access those plays and more, the link in the description below will get you into premium starting at $7.99 per week. And with how we're tracking, that's insane value. And as always, I use PropsMadness, the best tool out there for player prop analysis. I use it daily and I think you should too. If you want to level up your research, link in the description below will get you a nice discount on your first month. Now, let's get into these picks. So, first game of the day between the Rockets and Wizards, I had two picks for you here. And the first one is Armin Thompson over 17.5 points. So for the season, he's only over this line in 28 out of 57 games, averaging 17.3 points. So at first glance, doesn't look the best. However, this is where it gets better. So Thompson loves to score in transition and loves to score in the paint, where the Wizards leak the second most amount of points in transition and the third most amount of points in the paint. When he versus weak defenses for transition points allowed, he's over this line in 14 out of 18 games, averaging 19.3 points. And in matchups where he has a weak defense for points in the paint allowed, he's over this line in 13 out of 19 games, averaging 18.4 points. Yes, there is a potential for blowout. At the moment, the bookies have a negative 15.5 handicap. However, doesn't change much here for Thompson. So when he's in games where he wins by at least 10 or more points, he's over the line in 10 out of 17 games, averaging 18.5 points. Also, with Jabari Smith Jr. out for this game and KD most likely having a nice little rest day, I'm expecting them to lean on Thompson to score most of their points, and 17.5 seems like a low line. So Armin Thompson over 17.5 points is my first official bet. Then for the next pick, I'm looking at Alperen Sengun over 5.5 assists. So for the season, he's over this line in 32 out of 52 games, averaging 6.3 assists. The Wizards allow the second most amount of assists, and they do play at the sixth fastest pace, which equals more possessions and more assist opportunities. So against teams that they allow heaps of assists, he's over this line in 13 out of 20 games, averaging 6.3 assists. He's already faced the Wizards once a season where he grabbed 6 assists from 9 potentials and only 28 minutes of gameplay, which I can see him roughly doing today. So the numbers line up, the pace lines up, and the matchup lines up. Alperen Sengun over 5.5 assists is a strong lean. So that was pretty much it for the Rockets and the Wizards game. Now heading to the Celtics and the Bucks game, I had 3 picks here that I was liking. So the first one is Jaylen Brown over 6.5 rebounds. So for the season, he's over this line in 32 out of 54 games, averaging 7.1 rebounds per game. And with Nikola Vucevic in the lineup, he's over this line in 6 out of 8 games, averaging 7.8 rebounds. So over the last 5 days, the Bucks have been allowing the 8th most amount of rebounds. So when Jaylen Brown has a weak defense for rebounds allowed, he's over this line in 14 out of 21 games, averaging 7.6 rebounds. So strong matchup, nice strong trends. Jaylen Brown over 6.5 rebounds is my second official pick. Then for the next pick, I was liking Bobby Portis over 10.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 39 out of 57 games, averaging 13.3 points. He does score 49% of his points from catch and shoot, where the Celtics allow the 8th most amount of points to. 20 versus weak defenses for catch and shoot. He's over this line in 13 out of 18 games, averaging 13.4 points. And yes, potentially Giannis could be back in. But in games where Giannis is playing, he is over the line in 20 out of 30 games, averaging 11.6 points. And in games where he has weak defense for catch and shoot, he's over the line in 7 out of 10 games, averaging 11.2 points. So even with Giannis in the lineup, Bobby Portis for over 10.5 points is looking like a nice little strong lean of mine. Then for the next pick that I was liking is AJ Green for over 2.5 threes. So for the season, he's over the line in 34 out of 55 games, averaging 3 threes per game. In the last 10 games, he has seen an uptick in threes attempted. So for the season, he's only averaging 7.1 threes, but for the last 10 games, he's been averaging 7.8 threes. So this game looks like a pretty soft matchup for him. So like I was saying before, the Celtics allow the 8th most amount of catch and shoot, where he scores 67% of his points from. And as you can see, he scores 58% of his points from the 3 line, where the Celtics allow the 2nd most amount of points. And they also do allow the 6th most amount of 3 points attempted. So when he's playing games where he's allowed to have heaps of threes attempted, he's over the line in 11 out of 16 games, averaging 3.3 3-pointers. And even in games where he has weak defenses for catch and shoots, he's over the line in 13 out of 18 games, averaging 3.4 threes. Also, if you include Giannis in the lineup, he's over the line in 7 out of 9 games, averaging 3.3 threes in a weak defense for catch and shoot. And also in games where they allow heaps of threes, he's over the line 100% of the time, averaging 3.9 threes per game. So AJ Green for over 2.5 threes is a nice little strong lean of mine. And that was pretty much it for the Celtics in the Bucks game. And then for the final pick was between the Nuggets and the Jazz. And I was liking Nikola Jokic over 10.5 assists. So for the season, he's only over this line in 21 out of 45 games, averaging 10.5 assists. But this is a textbook matchup. So the Jazz allow the most amount of assists and play at the 2nd fastest pace. So when Jokic has had a weak matchup for assists allowed, he's over this line in 9 out of 13 games, averaging 11.9 assists. And also in fast-paced matchups, he's over this line in 12 out of 18 games, averaging 12.1 assists. So more pace, more ball movement, and more opportunity. So Nikola Jokic over 10.5 assists is my 3rd and final pick. That's pretty much it for today's picks and leans. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And also drop a comment down below with your favorite play. So as you know, Premium is down below, and also PropsMadness discount is down below. Make sure you get onto those. So let's stay consistent, keep building those units, keep stacking that profit. Until next time, stay safe, good luck with your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video. Laters.